All right, welcome everybody to 2024 Zero Day Week. This is going to be the first one that I've ever done for this channel. We're just going to be going over just this thanks to spring weather safety, but it covers what we're going to be mainly going over. I'm not going to be going into full detail about each and every single event. I plan to have videos on full detail each and every week. Now, I don't know, some of those may be just recorded videos for higher quality, or they may be a live stream like this. But this is the kickoff show to this week. Now, many of you are like, wait, wasn't it supposed to be a couple weeks from now? Yes, it was supposed to be, but because there's stuff going on and different plans and stuff, I moved it up early just so that we can have time to do this. Plus, I really haven't been doing anything else special, so I thought this would be a great time to get this kicked off and get it started. As we've already had one of our first severe weather events, that'll be a nice refresher to tell you that the weather is not always going to be friendly. So here I did pull a slide from the National Weather Service. Now, for the other events that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be making my own slides for those, or just talk about them in general. They're not going to be very fancy slides, or maybe find slides that are on them. But for now, I'm using the National Weather Service as a good slide. This is their newest updated for this year, and so they give credit to building the slide. I'm just using it as a source, I guess. You can also find this on the National Weather Service website. If you go down to spring weather, click on it, and then you can find this exact slide that I am using if you do want to follow along that way. All right, so spring weather safety. First and foremost, I do want to say that we got some thunderstorm coming in tonight, so yeah, I don't think anybody be outside in the middle of the night, but if you are, when you hear thunders, go indoors. All right, let's do this. Okay, so this is some of the spring weather hazards. We have rip currents and beach hazards, tornadoes, thunderstorms, lightning, flooding, and heat. Tsunamis is on there, but this is as for U.S. So if you live in a place outside and you're watching this, this is weather for Michigan, strictly Michigan, but this can be used for anybody in the U.S. really. But mainly all we have to worry about is whip currents and beach hazards, tornadoes, thunderstorms, lightning, flooding, and heat. It's pretty much everything. This will go over a little bit about tornadoes and a little bit about thunderstorms, but it's not going to go into full detail. We'll have those videos rolling out here within the week. Tomorrow, we're probably going to start with just the building blocks of basics of thunderstorms, and then the day after we'll go into the severe and more complex side of thunderstorms. As you know, there's multiple different types of thunderstorms, so that'd be fun to do. Sorry if it looks like I'm looking somewhere else. I have two computers. The one's here using for my face, and then I've got the one I'm using for the slides and other, just the main stream itself. So this is about rip currents and beach hazards. Beach flags help alert swimmers about potential dangers such as high surf or strong rip currents. So in the summer, if we get a good system that comes by or good winds, you get those higher waves. Definitely, if there's the flags out, red flags definitely, and the other flags, you do not want to be swimming when the waves are rough. And rip currents, I don't know if you can kind of see it, but in here, if you can see my cursor here, right here, the water, you can kind of see it flowing out kind of like that. This will actually, anybody who's ends up swimming in here like a small child or adult can be sucked in and then go way out far. And you know, Lake Michigan is kind of like the ocean. It's going to take a while before you reach the other side and you won't. It's pretty deep water, and yeah, it can become a very dangerous situation there. Look for beach flags before you enter the water. There's flags on the beach, especially Lake Michigan. I do know this for sure. So you go out and the flags are red. Do not swim. I think you'll get fined if they catch you swimming then too. Yellow flags, swim with caution. I'd say still, if you have children and stuff, don't. Yeah. And then green flags, A-okay. You can swim as much as you want. Why did I do that? Okay. Stream lag. If caught in a rip current, swim parallel to the beach to escape. So yeah, just swim. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to really go over that much. Okay, this is more on rip currents. So diagram here. If caught in a rip current, relax. Rip currents don't pull you under. Don't swim against the current. Swim out of the current and then to shore. If you can't escape, float or tread water. If you need help, yell or wait for assistance. Rip currents are powerful currents of water moving away from the shore. They can sweep even the strongest swimmer away from shore. If at all possible, swim near a lifeguard. So yeah, always try to stay near a lifeguard in case you get into a situation like this guy right here. But yeah, I'll leave this up here for a couple of minutes so you guys look at it. Again, you can find this at the website. So if you really want to look at it as long as time, you can. Other dangerous currents are longshore currents, outlet currents, tidal currents, structural currents. To learn more about these, go to weather.gov, safety dangerous currents. So if you want to learn more about that side of things, I'm not going to go over it because it's considered weather, but it's not really um, my specialty area. All right, we're going straight to tornadoes, which I thought thunderstorm would be first, but tornadoes are first, I guess. I think, yep. All right. The winds from tornadoes can exceed 200 miles an hour. Flying debris is very dangerous and most often the cause of death and injuries. Seek shelter in a basement, storm shelter, or interior room away from windows on the lowest floor and cover your head. So always make sure if you're under a tornado warning, even if you do not see the tornado, if your area is in a tornado warning, make sure you seek shelter. Mobile homes, no, don't do that. If you can, see if you can find someone who has a better shelter area. If you can't, I'd say your best bet is a bathroom tub, no windows. But if you're in a mobile home, I definitely a day in severe weather, I'd plan about probably being away from your home. The most dangerous locations to be in during a tornado are mobile homes and vehicles. See, so you don't want to be in your vehicle or a mobile home. So it's best to be in a nice basement. If you can't find any of those, there's ditches you can lay in. Just get to the lowest point with no windows and stuff, and you should be fine. But yeah, we'll be talking more about the tornado side in our next videos coming up this week. All right, National Weather Tornado Products. Now, these are very important. I see a lot of people, I've even had people in my family get these wrong, and I just feel this needs to be kind of talked about a little more. I mean, it's not hard, but for some people it is, I guess. So Tornado Watch is issued when a tornado is possible. Now, I get many people are like, "Oh, we don't get a tornado. It has been 25 years since we've seen one. It's not likely here." Yeah, that may be the case, but it does not mean that you're clear. Places this year got hit with a tornado that haven't been hit in like over 30 years, probably even over 100 years. Some of these places get hit. So if your area is in the tornado watch, I definitely keep a watch with the weather. Know your safe place, storm shelter, basement, interior hall, away from windows. Be ready to act quickly if a warning is issued and be prepared. So basically, a tornado watch is issued. The weather is favorable for developing severe weather, tornadoes, hail, that kind of stuff. You just kind of get to know your safe area, or if you've, on the day of severe weather, if your family has a basement and you live in a mobile home, that'd probably be your best bet. But yeah, a tornado watch does not mean a tornado is happening. It just means that the conditions, environments, and ingredients are favorable for it in your area. And then a tornado warning is serious. Tornado warning is issued when a tornado is happening or about to happen. Immediately seek shelter in your safe place. So yes, definitely. Tornado warning means that there's probably a tornado on the ground, or the storm's rotating rapidly and could drop one at any point. That's where this comes in again. If you're under a tornado warning, take shelter, even if you do not see one, even if one does not happen. They don't issue tornado warnings to lie to you. They issue tornado warnings to have you get to your safe places. So if a tornado does drop, you're safe and less likely to have death and injuries. Now, unfortunately, tornadoes do kill and they do injure a lot of people. And I feel a lot of these could be prevented. It's just you got to take safety seriously when it comes to weather. And I know people would be like, "Oh, I haven't seen a tornado in 20 years." Well, natural disasters happen at any point, anytime. We don't have really a way to say that it's going to happen or not happen. We just see the conditions are favorable for the development of a tornado. All right. Now this is really important here. If you ever hear this phrase, this is a particularly dangerous situation. If you get a watch that says that, or if you get an outlook that says that, this means um, this wording is used in tornado watches for rare situations when long-lived and intense tornadoes are likely. So if the environment's very, very primed and it looks like it's about a very good chance of strong tornadoes or just tornadoes in general, um, they put this particularly dangerous situation wording in bold means that any outdoor plans, anything that day should be canceled around the severe weather time that is expected to happen. If you get a watch that says that, um, know your safe place. Mobile homes, I'd suggest, like I said, going with family. More likely the other thing. This is also used for severe thunderstorm watches for widespread and intentionally intense straight line wind events. So events that could be close to tornado destruction with thunderstorm winds. Straight line winds are pretty dangerous themselves, and they have taken their few lives and stuff like that. Down here it says be prepared, review your safety, whether safety procedures, know the safest place to seek refuge ahead of time, consider canceling or postponing outdoor activities, have multiple ways to receive warnings, and inform others of height risk. So I did do a video yesterday on some ham radios I got. Um, these are really cheap if you get them on Amazon, like $20 or less um, for the cheaper ones. But these, you can program the weather frequency into your local area, and it will uh, alarm alerts and stuff like that for weather. So these are really nice to have around too, not just for talking, but also can use them as a more portable way to have with you, and the battery lasts longer, in my opinion. I also do have a weather radio on the other side. It's in Inland. You can pick those up at Walmart for like $20 also. Um, I think I picked that one up for 25 at Walmart. So they're not expensive. Some events they do give them away. Maybe in the future, if I get more, I'll probably give away one or two of them. Wait, I do have one I can show. So this is what a Weather Pacific weather radio looks like. This is not an Inland. This is an Amazon one that I got. Look, these are your weather radios. This is what they look like. They have your watch warning and advisories on there. You can play this. You can put batteries in the back of them for when you lose power, the storm will still run. Um, but these are very handy to have on a severe weather day. They will alert you when a tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning and watches are issued. It will play alert towns, or you can have it just talk to you. Okay, severe thunderstorms. Severe thunderstorms produce damaging winds and or large hail, along with lightning and tornadoes. Seek shelter in a sturdy structure away from windows, a basement, or a cellar would be best. Being in a vehicle, sorry, being in a vehicle is safer than being outside. And this is a picture of a thunderstorm here. We'll go over more pictures tomorrow and more about how these are formed and stuff like that. But yeah, your typical severe thunderstorm, you got your large hail, tornadoes, and lightning. Lightning is one of them. That is the most deadliest part of a thunderstorm, believe it or not. Okay, same thing here as we saw for the tornado. Now this is just thunderstorms side of it. Pretty much the same exact thing as a tornado watch. If you're under a severe thunderstorm watch, take this as also serious. These are issued when thunderstorms have the capability of being severe. Not going to take too long to just know that your watch warning is the same thing as a tornado watch warning here. All right, lightning. All thunderstorms produce lightning. Yep, so you can't get away from that. That's always going to be a hazard with any thunderstorm. That's what makes a thunderstorm a thunderstorm. Lightning kills an average of 20 people every year. Now, that is a lot of people. So 20 people every year die from this lightning here. Seek shelter inside a sturdy enclosed structure. A hard-to vehicle is also a safe location. Just hide. What I like to say is hide from the lightning, or the lightning will get you. Most of the time, if you are stuck outside in a thunderstorm, it's very rare that you'll be struck, but trying to get to a roof or something, it doesn't take much. All right, flooding. Flooding can be caused by snowmelt, ice jams, and heavy rain. More than half of all flood fatalities are vehicle-related, never driving flooded roadways and around barricades. So if we get a thunderstorm that produces heavy rain and produces flooding, which we had an example last year happen here in Michigan, definitely down here in Southwest Michigan. We got thunderstorms in Kalamazoo that formed along the frontal boundary. Now, this frontal boundary stalled, and a lot of overpasses, a lot of underpasses and flood-prone areas got flooded out. Definitely, if you see rising water, do not drive through it. Even if you think that you're tough and your truck can drive through that, you can't. And I've seen people do it where they think, oh, I have this big truck, I can make it through. No. I've seen people stall, get stuck, and then they become in a dangerous situation where their car starts filling up with water, and then they can't get out, and they're screwed. Snow melt, basically, since this is spring, snow melts in spring. Spring flooding can affect large river basins. Never drive through flooded waters. Pretty much the same thing. Snow melts water. Snow is water. Ice jams, same thing. Water. Your stuff there. Heavy rain. Heavy rain in saturated soils can lead to flooding. More than half of all flood fatalities are vehicle related. It only takes 12 inches of rushing water to carry away a small car. Turn around, don't drive. Yeah. Remember, heavy rain is also a big risk when you're out on the road, especially in flood-prone areas. Water can rise very quickly. Here is the flood products here. Flood watch when flooding is possible. Flood warning when flood is happening or about to happen. Same thing really as a severe thunderstorm watch and a tornado watch, but you got your flooding. Tsunamis, we're not going to go over that, but same thing if you're going to look at this. Heat safety. Okay, so this is a really important one, especially for those that work outside. Even in the spring, heat with or without immunity can take a toll on the body. No signs of heat illness. Types of heat illnesses include heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat strokes. Definitely, if you're working outside, construction, lawn care, any of those, drink water, plenty of water. Take your breaks, cool off. Don't overexert yourself on days that are hot. Usually they'll issue advisories or excessive heat warnings if the day's going to be hot. And excessive heat warning should be taken seriously because that means extremely hot. Reschedule outdoor work or strenuous activities. Stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water. Sunburn and heat illness can be avoided. Apply sunscreen to protect the skin from sunburn. Stay in air conditioning and out of the sun if possible. Never leave children and elderly or pets in unattended vehicles. But as we know, inside a car or truck, it can get even hotter than it is outside. So if you leave someone in there, more likely to illness or even possibly death. And then they have their heat excessive watch here. An excessive heat watch is issued when dangerous heat is possible. Reschedule outdoor activities in the coming days. Make sure that the children and elderly pets have a place to cool off during the heat. And be prepared. Excessive heat warning. An excessive heat warning is issued when dangerous heat is happening or about to happen. Avoid heavy activity in direct sunlight. Stay hydrated, find a cool indoor place, and check on children, elderly, and pets. Take action. Here we go. You can always rewatch this too. If you miss a spot, you can pause and then keep going. And these are some resources you can go to the weather.gov here, and it'll give you more information than what I am giving you, but you can see all these slides again at the website if you miss something. Okay, so that is the it of this presentation for the kickoff of Severe Weather Week. We went over thunderstorms, tornadoes, heat, pretty much, and recurrence. Most important things you need to know for severe weather season: tornadoes, thunderstorm, lightning, flooding, and heat. So I hope this helps people get prepared and that kind of stuff. Now, we are going to be going over the weather for this week. Make up a little bit of a forecast here, and then we'll go ahead and end this stream. Today was not going to be a very long stream, and trying to keep it that way, not to make it too long. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off the screen here. All right, it's my face. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and get this set up. Once it's set up, we'll just go over model data here, and then we'll look at we'll just go over what models are kind of showing. And again, you were looking at live model data, so this is not going to be exactly what happens, but we'll go over a couple systems that are coming up. Tonight we have thunderstorms and rain coming in, so that's fun. So what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and send this to you. Give a second to load. Here we are. So as you can see, this is the rain and thunderstorms I was talking about. We're having severe weather with large hail and tornado threat, which actually produced a few tornadoes today. So it definitely turned out to be a severe weather day for at least up to here. We had a marginal rescue. Now we're going to go ahead and go forward and move this forward here. And to see this front come through, brings showers, thunderstorms. Rain could be heavy at times. We could be looking at totals over an inch or at an inch are likely. And then it moves out pretty quickly and comes in the cooler and colder air, which will stick around for the rest of the week. 50s, 40s, maybe even 30s by this weekend. And then we see this system come in, brings in some warmer air, but then behind it brings in some colder air and some snow, possibly some lake effect. And then it looks pretty dry it looks like high pressure dominates for a while. And then we got this system that comes in. May have to keep an eye on it, depending on how it goes, but that's far out. Well, some rain and thunderstorms there. And another system here may have to keep an eye on. It could become a snowstorm. I highly think that we're done with winter, but again, still looks like some cold blast or some colder, not very cold blast, but cold blast enough to make it snow or rain the snow weeks. Don't see no big snowstorms in the future, but definitely that couple that I got to keep an eye on, especially this one right here at the end of the frame. just to see if it gets any colder, trends more our way, and if it keeps trending with heavy snow, we'll maybe start talking about it. But that's way far out ahead of time, and I don't. I'll give it maybe a 5% chance that we'll see another big snowstorm this year. Very unlikely, as it looks to stay above average. We can actually look at the CPC because they've got nice weather stuff. Okay, so this is the 6 to 10 day outlook. You're seeing above average here for Michigan, very high probabilities for that, even higher over here in Minnesota. Then we'll go to our 8 to 14 day, very high probability for above average temperatures. So, like I don't see no big cool down, but I see some cool downs. I can possibly mix in some snowflakes along with rain. But I'm thinking we're just going to be transitioning to spring. We'll look at the precip here. They've actually updated this. It's looking a little less likely for precip. Before it did show above average. Now it's starting to lean towards low average. And the reason why I keep an eye on this is because this spring, and the weather this spring will be kind of our fire weather watcher here and dryness. And we'll look at our 8 to 14 day. It's leaning towards above average. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Like I said, those systems coming up in long range, as it does look like we're leaning towards above average precipitation in the form of rain, anything that precipitates from the cloud. It doesn't just mean snow, it means rain, anything that falls from the cloud. But that's going to be my weekly weather update there, and then this will end the severe weather week kickoff live stream. Tomorrow we'll probably do a live stream or video on thunderstorms, just basics, how a thunderstorm's created, and what kind of ingredients we need to make a thunderstorm, stuff like that. And then the video for Wednesday will be severe thunderstorms. We'll be going over your typical severe thunderstorms, what type of different types of severe thunderstorms, the difference between a tornadic thunderstorm and a non-tornadic thunderstorm, because you can still have severe thunderstorms that don't produce tornadoes but produce large hail and damaging winds. You're not always going to have that tornado threat all the time. We can look at temperatures. Day 2 max temperatures. This is showing 50s, 40s. So tomorrow we'll probably reach a high of 52 on most of the Southwest. If you're on the east side, it looks a little cooler in the 40s, maybe even hitting 40 down here. 50 down here. And then as you can see, it is pretty warm to the south here. Lots of 70s and 80s, maybe even some 90s in there. So things are warming up. We can look at Wednesday's max. We'll actually look at the lows for day 2 tomorrow. I'm looking 30s, maybe even low 40s down here in southern Michigan. Not very cold, but kind of really cold up in northern Michigan. We'll look at day 3, maybe. There it goes. Looking like upper 50s on the southwest side, 50s and 40s on the east side, and then we'll go to day 4. I think these are trending higher than what they're actually going to be. I don't think that we're going to be that warm by the end of the week. We'll go to day 6. It definitely, you see that we're going to be cooling down by day 6, and then we go to day 7. Cooler, but still kind of warm. It does look like we're going to rebound after that back into the 50s and maybe 60s. by the time we hit into next week. So again, there's going to be cold waves like these, but then we're going to warm back up real fast after those. It's been kind of a pattern this year, and I'm sticking with it. I think that it's going to be continuing to be like this, and then the summer is going to be very hot. In terms of severe weather, I think that the spring is going to be very active this year for southern Michigan, southwest Michigan, even the northern portions of Michigan, just because we'll be transitioning out of El Nino and going to La Nina, and we'll be in neutral in the spring, which is typically our most active tornado season and severe weather season. So definitely an important year to know your safety plans, stuff like that, as especially when we get heat like this that comes up, and if we get moisture and thunderstorms, definitely could be the recipe for some severe thunderstorms and tornadoes and stuff like that. So definitely looking active in my point of view. I'll probably go over more of that in another video. But I think that's going to be it for this live stream. We did a nice 40-minute live stream here. Yeah. So guys, thanks for tuning in. And again, there will be a video or a live stream up tomorrow. There is still a chance that these could get delayed. So even I will make the videos and we'll film the videos for this topic or do the live streams, but it may not be the whole week, or it may not be in order. That's what I'm trying to say, because it does take work to make these, and just trying to figure out what to say, and I've got to make slides. But all the videos for this week will be posted by the end of this week. So by Sunday, everything should be uploaded that I have filmed or live streamed. I think we're going to do filming for those just because live streaming takes a lot of internet, and I don't want to do a live stream for every single one, as live streams take some time to set up, and I just don't want to do that every time. But anyways, thanks for watching the stream today, and definitely be going over way more this week for Severe Weather Week. So stay tuned for these next videos that will be posted. There should be one out tomorrow, definitely, on thunderstorms. Thanks for watching. This is Armored Weather. I am your chief forecaster for Armored Weather. Eventually, I do have plans to get more staff, but as for now, it's just going to be me. I do have other staff working in the background, but they help my Facebook page out and posts and stuff. So if you definitely on my Armored Weather Facebook page, you'll get daily weather updates from him, from what he posts and stuff. Some useful information. But thanks for watching Armored Weather, guys. Armored Weather out.